Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Jewish Women Entrepreneurs and Leaders podcast. As you know, we've had many episodes this past few weeks because we have decided to have a special series, a special Support Israel series. I think we've had already 8 episodes with showcases and highlighting initiatives that are either done by business owners to help the war effort or done to help business owners. As we know, it's also a very difficult time for business owners. And so this is what we want to highlight in this podcast. And we are so happy to have Devorah Benarroch with us and Ramat Gat as well with us. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
Thank you for inviting us.
You're very welcome. Like I said, this is the least that we can do. We're going to talk about an amazing initiative that each of you separately and together are doing around helping people that have, either looking for a job or looking for contracts and ways to increase their income in those times. And as I always say, always, it seems like it's been forever, but it's only the past few weeks. I say that the economy front is also a war front. Of course, we have our soldiers that are fighting on the war front. And we, of course, have all those families that have been evacuated from their homes. And we, of course, have all the hostages situation. But we also have people that have financial difficulties, husbands or women or wives that are, at the army right now, businesses that cannot sell anymore, people that have been laid off. And there is a whole economy war front that we see happening, and that's why we're getting together and working on this. But before I start with asking you questions and introducing yourselves and telling us more about this initiative, I would like to say a little bit more about both of you. So Devorah comes from New York. She made Alya 12 years ago, and she now lives in Ramat Beit Shemesh with her husband and 4 teenagers. She has a nephew who is serving in the IDF in the north. And today she's a serial entrepreneur and she's helping anglos in Israel find jobs. And Michal was born in Moshav Shdema. I hope I'm saying it right. In the south of Israel. She now lives in Tel Aviv with her partner, 2 beautiful girls and a cat. She served in the IDF in the spokesman unit. And today she's a partner in VP Business Development in Titan Branding, which is a branding agency that specializes in the B2B global market. So ladies, before we dive in this initiative that I'm really very excited to speak about, I would love for you to tell me, and I'm going to start with Devorah, how are you going through those difficult times? Where is this war taking you? I know that you have a nephew now, fighting at the front, but tell me, how are you feeling in those days?
So basically, I think that we're all feeling like in a post-trauma situation. We've all been like, wow, jolted from our lives into this new reality that's not so nice to be in, but it's where we find ourselves. So I find myself on the PR front lines. I trying to find things that are just striking a chord to share on platform with my family, with the world, just about what's going on inside Israel, in our hearts, what's going on the front lines, what's going on, in this whole media of, I'd say, good versus evil.
Yeah. Exactly.
So that's where I find myself playing. And I'm also connected with a lot of women. So I'm constantly going to like prayer events, people are having things all different times and everybody's trying to do their part. And, it's just, we want to move on from this, but we're not going to be able to, so quickly. It's going, we don't know where it's going.
Yes, definitely. Thank you, Devorah. What about you, Michal? Where is this war, finding you? How is it going for you?
I'll say I'm very, very sad First of all, I'm very, very sad. I can't sleep at night. That's my truth. I'm worried, first of all, for all the hostages, their families. It really, I keep thinking about it. And then I'm thinking about the soldiers. I know many of them. And I'm thinking about our families that lives in the south, mine and my husband, but they are safe. And I'm thinking about the business, which has stopped in a way. I mean, we work with global companies. Most of them, the headquarters sits here in Israel. Part of them are out of Israel. So all the in Israel clients are shocked, just like us. I'm thinking about all my ecosystem. And what I found very, very helpful for me is to do. And I'm doing and doing and doing. So I'm cooking for soldiers in the morning. And then I go home, which is amazing, in a fancy restaurant that
Wow.
just volunteered to do food for the army. And then I go home and I help people from Sderot that at the beginning really need supply. And I cook with my kids birthday cakes for the kids that are here. I live in Tel Aviv at the hotels, and they have bat mitzvah or bar mitzvah or birthday. And my husband, we are from Moshav originally, so my husband went for 1.5 weeks to milk the cows in Nahal Oz, and the doing really helped me moving on and doing good.
Yeah, that's what helps. That is
Yeah.
definitely what helps. And everything that you are both describing is actually amazing to see. I mean, that's what everyone is talking about, right? Is that on the one hand you have this horrible war and situation that we can't even still get our head around, and on the other hand you have those amazing initiatives and everyone helping everyone and everyone being there for everyone, and it's just so heartwarming. And this is also, the we say that we see the real DNA of a person or a people when times go bad, and here we see the true nature and the true DNA of the Jewish people in Israel, but also all around the world. I hear for so many initiatives, and that's what we're talking about here, because our global network is bringing together women entrepreneurs from Israel and from around the world, and that's exactly why we got together. And so we spoke about what you do in terms of your job, your official jobs. But I want to take you back, and I'll start with Devorah. I want to take you back, Devorah, to that time where you had that idea that is bringing us together here, which is we need to find jobs for the people that have lost jobs in this war or have financial difficulties. Can you take us back to that moment where you're doing a lot of things? You have your job, your family, you have all the volunteering work that you do, and then there is this thing like, I have to do something about this. Can you take us back to that moment?
Sure. So I just wanted to bring in here also one of the hats that I do wear in my professional world is I actually work in real estate with a friend of mine, Kim Bash, that we've known for 20 years. We learned together here in Eretz Yisrael. And so we sell real estate to pretty much Olim, Americans or Anglo speakers from around the world who've transplanted here to Eretz Yisrael, who, for whatever reason, are coming to the homeland. So I've been doing this since Corona. So, and so in the last, I'd say, year and a half, I realized there's a lot of people coming here, but getting their job or fitting into the job market for them, people who've made Aliyah recently, or it could be up to 20 years ago, is still very difficult. So I decided that there's why not offer another place for people to come look. So I spend part of my day looking at different job boards, different places, different platforms, looking for job opportunities and sharing them with this crew. So now I have like over, I don't know, 700 people on my list, and I'm sharing jobs. So when this whole war effort started, whatever happened, people started reaching out like, "Hey, Devorah, we find ourselves out of work," or there's a lot of people who are, their company is on hold and they need to find other alternative pipeline of money, other job opportunities. What can you do? So that's how I put a post online. You reached out to me, and we tried to put our heads together, and then we got to Michal, and here we are today.
Here we are today. So could I just say that it's amazing how you just say that very nonchalant that, I just put together a group for people to find jobs. And here you are with 700 people on your group, and you're probably spending a good part of your day doing this for free. This is a volunteering work. You're not getting anything out of this. And I'm just saying, like, it's just amazing. I mean, you're saying this, by the way, and I just want to highlight that this is very special that you're doing this. And yes, this is, you were basically exposed to many women, but also men that didn't have a source of income, were looking for a job, and turned to you and said, well, where can we find more jobs? So that's your end of the story. I want to turn to Michal. I want you to take us back to this time where you also so you have a branding company, you have a full day's work, since you're helping in the morning cooking and the afternoon baking and your kids, and you have a full day's work. And then at some point you're like, wait, and I know that you have partners that are, did that with you. So can you take us back to that time, that aha moment where you said, we have to do something, this is what we're doing? Can you describe to us how this happened?
So I had a virtual coffee with Karen Brown. Karen Brown, she's an amazing partner of us. She's a genius TikTok creator and a media creator. She grew in Canada and made Alya in order to serve the army, and then lived in Seattle and created amazing content in the arena of food, and then come back and had family here. And we are working together on creating TikTok for our clients, for tech companies, and she's very creative. And we had a virtual coffee. We were crying, two of us, and I told her, I don't know what to do. I mean, I'm talking to my partners, my ecosystem, and no one has work to do. And then we said, okay, enough crying. You don't lose weight when you cry. Let's do something. And she came up with a name, Israeli Economic Collection. Collective, sorry. And we just made it very fast. In few days, we had the idea. We had many connections of people that needs jobs, and most of them are freelancers in the arena of website development, virtual assistant, entry data people, TikTok, social media, graphic design, copywriters, and I'll talk about it later. But we received requests for lawyers, for au pairs, for many kinds of jobs. So we wrote together the content. We we designed and developed the website in 2 days. We have all the sources in-house, and we just started to spread the word. And it was like a fire in a field, or if you use this term, but people just contact both sides. So we ask all freelancers and people that need small companies, agencies, to contact us and to send their service list and their resume. And at the other hand, we ask people from all over the world that wants to help Israel, please ask and they request a job from us. We'll do, and I'm sure we'll deliver very creative, high quality, time to market work. We don't want to do anything for free. So that's the deal. I mean, we are doing all this project, of course, is free and pro bono, but we ask our friends and families and cosmic families out of Israel, bring us work, and we'll deliver the best work we can do for
I
you.
love that. I love that, Michal. That is such an inspiring, initiative that you and your friend sitting here saying, "Okay, we're not going to keep on crying. What can we do?" And we all have those moments. I mean, I've had those. I told Devorah we need to do something, and I've had already, like, I don't know, 10 ideas on what we should do. And then there is a difference between having the idea and execution, and the fact that you were able to execute this in 2 days is just amazing. And I will add even to what you said in terms of, you said we're not asking for money. A big part of the global network, if not all of them, are entrepreneurs. I myself, I'm a business mentor, and I help entrepreneurs hire teams to outsource or to delegate or to be able to be more efficient. And so any entrepreneur at some point, or business owner, whether it's small, medium, big, I mean big of course, but even the small and the medium, at some point they need to hire. At some point they need someone else to help them to scale, to get things done, to have their life back, to to have an expertise on their team. And what you're saying, which is exactly what we were talking about with Devorah, and what we've been saying on this channel all the time, is you don't need to make a donation. Of course, if you want to donate money to the army, if you want to donate money to Israel, that's great. Continue to donate. But here, it's about you getting your job done. You're getting your business even better just by using an expertise from someone in Israel, which, as we know, is the startup nation, is the place where we have so many smart, intelligent, innovative. We know, what we're capable of, and so that's what you're basically saying, Michal. And I'm really laying it out so that if people listen to us and say, "I need a graphic designer, I need my website done, I need a logo, I need someone to do my,
social media."
My social media, whatever it is that you would outsource on Upwork or on Fiverr or on all those platforms that I know very well, because that's where I send my clients when they need help. And we're just saying, don't go to those places. Come to Michal's website, Israeli. What's the name of the website?
It's IEC.
IEC.
Yeah, Israeli Employment Collective. And I have just one thing that I want to mention.
Sure.
Sharon Baylis joined us also. Sharon Baylis is a fractional marketing manager. She's very talented. She worked with the biggest and successful companies, and she joined us and help us really to spread the word, which is very, very important. Not just making this initiative, but also making sure that many people knows about it, and then we
for sure,
become like a group, the three of us.
Of course, and that's also why we're interviewing you here, to give you more exposure and more visibility, and to speak about it to as many people as possible. Devorah, I want to go back to you and ask you, when those people called you and said, we need a job, can you tell us a little bit of the profiles of those people? Are there people that have already experience? Do they have
Sure. No. Everybody who's contacted me are all professionals at different levels. Just even like you said, there's lawyers looking for work. There's physical therapists looking for work, who just whatever may have happened, they're just unemployed right now. There's people of all different levels of, with backgrounds and history, and writers, and I mean, a full range of things. And again, people have come into Eretz Israel anywhere from a year ago to in the last 20 years. So for whatever reason, or their office is shut down due to the war, but there is a full range of the kind of people that are looking with a gigantic scope of capabilities.
Yeah, and I know that when we said, okay, let's see, when we talked, you and I, Devorah, we said, let's see, like, how many people are really out there looking for jobs, and we put together a Google form I mean, it took us 5 minutes, but that's not really a big deal. It really takes only 5 minutes to put together a Google form, and we sent it out. And I think, I mean, I haven't checked recently, but I think that in a few hours we already had like 40 people filling it out. And
Yeah.
I think that now, how many people do we have on the list?
Many more than that.
Many more than that, right? I think last time I checked was 60. And so we, I mean, I was, so first of all, it was very heartbreaking, because when you look at the list, and we did ask questions like, you know, do you have a job? Is it because of the war? And most of the people were saying, yes, I had a job, but because of the war, or my husband is in the army, or, you know,
I can't leave the house.
Right,
a lot of people can't leave their house like they were, or travel to their office because it's in a location that's just that they can't leave, or their kids are home more often, or there's many different reasons where, you know, people are more.
Right. It changed the whole, like you said, Michal, the whole ecosystem, right? People living in the north have to move somewhere else. People living in the south have to move, and then now all of a sudden have to take care of their kids, don't have schools. Everything is changed. Like, people are in the army, people, the jobs are, you know, companies are closing. So there are so many reasons why people are out of a job. And I think that, and I think you'll both agree with me when we say that Corona also helped us in a way that now we all know how to manage a situation, how to work from home. Like, this is, I don't know if we would have ever imagined that we would say, you know, great for Corona, but I think that now people know what it means, and companies also know what it means to hire people remote. And Michal, I think that this is also what you're focusing on, which is more the virtual aspect. So you can be sitting in New York, have your business in New York, and hire someone from Israel to do something, just like you would hire someone from India or from the Philippines, except that now you're doing it from Israel, and you're getting, you know, better expertise, you're getting more experience, you're getting a lot of advantages, and you're helping Israel, you're helping the economy. Michal, I want to ask you, for the people that are listening and are saying, yes, I need someone. I just looked at my business, and I need someone to help me, you know, in this area, or I need to hire someone. How can I do it? Can you take us through that process of, you know, I'm a business owner, I need to hire someone. What do I do? I go to the website. What happens next?
Okay, so you go into the website, and then you click hire someone. It's very simple. We try to simplify it and to go up very fast. So you will send an email with your request. We have our own database of service providers, freelancers, etc. And then we'll just create intros through the mail with about 2-3 different people, and it's your call. You have to communicate, and I must tell that I have amazing conversation with people. It really helps. The support I receive from all those conversations and meeting with people all over the world is amazing. So from the moment you are receiving the intro, you have to create your own discussion and negotiation. And I must tell you that the people that send their resumes are experts, just like Devorah mentioned. They are experts, so you receive a very high quality. And I always say we have a creative chutzpah, so you receive high quality very fast with the edge of the different thinking of people here.
Thinking outside of the box, right?
Yeah, thinking out of the box, thinking differently about things. Yeah. But
Okay.
we received many, for example, we received many requests for virtual assistant. This is a totally virtual job, so why not using people from here? But
And
also
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
lawyers, product management for special project, etc. and all those jobs can be done remote
Yes.
from home.
And so if I'm a business owner and I want to hire someone, I go to the website, I send an email with my requirements, and then I get a few profiles that are listed on your website, and then I can schedule interviews. I can continue the relationship, and I'm also guessing that you're not taking any responsibility for the outcome, right? This is where your job stops, right?
Yeah, we try to match make and
Yes.
to make things easier for people that wants to hire Israelis and Israelis that need the job. So we just make the connection and then
Step
Amazing.
away.
yeah.
Yeah, amazing. And that's what happens even in any recruitment company, right? I mean, it's you just are, bringing the potential candidates, and then the people have to make the decision. So Devorah, I know. Yeah, go ahead.
I want to mention something very important. The
Yeah,
people that we are doing the matchmaking are great people. We know them from working with them. It's kind of like a cherry picking of great, talented people. And it's important for people to know that they
of
will
course.
receive great work from them.
Of course, of course, and I think that just the fact that you are as professionals, you're three, putting together this initiative as professionals, it's who you attract, right? You're attracting also those people that are professionals. So I think that this is it's a win-win for everyone, right? It's a win-win for the business owners. It's a win-win for the people that are hired. It's a win-win for the Israeli economy. Because those people, once they are paid, they'll be able to pay taxes. They'll be able to buy food and buy things in the rest in stores, and then the economy has to continue go around. So that's really a win-win for everyone. Devorah, I know that you and I spoke a lot about this virtual assistant. This is something that I speak a lot also about with my clients or with entrepreneurs. A virtual assistant is basically someone who has some expertise in admin work or in small tasks. And this is something that a lot of people, especially mothers that have to stay at home, can do without a lot of experience or expertise, because it's about being organized. It's about being admin focused, knowing how to manage a project. Like, it's not a very specific expertise. Do you see from all the people that contacted you that you have women that want to work from home?
For sure. There's definitely a lot of people who could fill those spots. There's no doubt that people from A to Z, as long as they're, the thing is, if you're humble, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of people who might be over talented and have much more experience, but they want to work and they only have X amount of time to work and a couple of hours. And compared to all other kinds of jobs, it seems like the smartest, I don't want to say easiest, but just, the best in the circumstance kind of opportunity to take. So you can still be at home, take care of your kids, manage your life, do everything you need to do, yet take a job that you can handle and feel good about and confident about, and to be able to meet whoever's hiring you's needs. So I think it's a great opportunity for mothers right now in this situation.
Definitely. And this is something that has been in the past few years really trendy in the business world, like hiring VAs and hiring virtual assistants. It's been really like a common, everyone does it.
Everyone is, right. Well, and the truth is, it really is essential for someone who's starting a business, who's wearing multiple hats, who's doing so much. They're so overwhelmed. They don't realize if they brought in a virtual assistant and could relieve themselves of a lot of the tasks that they don't have to do, they could, be able to maybe double their income, and work on their sales and work on their marketing, work on other areas instead of like managing everything. So it really is super important.
It is. And also, I think that we also have to remind everyone who is listening that we're talking, at least for the people that Devorah is in touch with, I think Michal, they're also Israelis. But we're talking also in some cases about people that are English speaking, like anglos with mother tongue English, coming from America, Europe, where you would have to pay so much more if you would have to hire them in Europe or in America or wherever you are located. And here you have people that are living in Israel, that have the same expertise because they most of the time did their college, or learned their expertise while they were still abroad, and now they're here, so they are going to ask probably for less money. I mean, I'm not saying talking for everyone, but you should really definitely double check because they might ask for less money for the same expertise, and for someone who is just like someone that you would hire in America or in Europe. So I think that that's also very important to say, right, Devorah?
I want to say sadly that is the case because sadly many times in Israel you can hire people for less cost. Maybe it's not Bangladesh and it might not be the Philippines, but it is on the economic scale between America and Europe. I'd say there are some positions that in Israel you can get away and hire someone at I don't want to say reduced cost, but just not on the same scale. And again, it's virtual, and they're going to make their own hours, and there's a lot of pros and cons to it.
Right. And I agree with you that the goal is not to to hire people for less money, but I think that it's also in times where people need the basic to pay their bills at the end of the month. One incentive could be that you hire someone in Israel, because you're going to get great expertise, great experience, innovations, like we said, startup nation, and they might not be at the same level than someone in another country. Obviously, if you can pay more, we're not saying don't, but that could be, if it is an incentive, that could be a way for you to to pay someone in Israel and support the Israeli economy. What do you think about that, Michal?
I totally agree with Devorah. We are not we cannot work on Philippines and India's prices, and we deliver different quality of work. But comparing, and I know this from our business, comparing to US and Europe prices, we are less. So
Yes.
you receive, and we work very fast. I mean, there is
Yes.
something very efficient in our culture. So you
Yes.
receive, in my opinion, you receive more and in less price comparing to Western world, not to.
Definitely. And I mean, we all know, I mean, again, my clients, myself, I've hired, from the Philippines and from India, and the result is not the same, right? So, and again, and here we are also, the goal is not only to hire, but it's also to support the Israeli economy. So it's really about putting this goal as a first priority and saying, okay, maybe I don't have money to donate, or maybe I do, and I'm also donating. But this is, like we said, a win-win where I'm also hiring, also helping the Israelis, also helping the Israeli economy, and helping myself in my business. And so that's what I think this is a great initiative. Michal, I'm gonna end with one last question. How many people do you have today in both sides? In the asking for jobs and in the companies, and where do you see this initiative going? Do you think that it's going to continue growing and you're going to continue matchmaking, or do you think that when the war, hopefully is going to end at some point, this is a project that you'll put back in the drawer and not take care of it? Where are you taking this?
So first of all, we have about 100 people at the service providers, the agencies, the freelancers, etc. And we match made about 45 requests.
Wow.
Very good.
Yeah. and we are thinking about what to do with it because it's growing. I mean, every day it's growing. We Ariel that work with me really work and invest about half of her day in
Wow.
working on it, and hopefully we will have our own business back when things will be
Amen.
again.
Yes. I
Mhm.
just want to say, Michal, that when you say you have Ariel working half a day, that you said it's pro bono, but it's more than pro bono because you are paying her.
Yeah,
Okay. So this is not just doing something for free. This is also, coming from your time, from your money, and from everybody else's time.
just like
So
Devorah, just
I
like
know,
Devorah.
I know,
Yeah,
I know, I know, I know, and
yeah,
I'm saying just like Devorah, who is spending time on her WhatsApp group, and just like me, spending time
yeah.
doing support groups and daily lives, and I mean, it's amazing. It's just amazing to see how everyone is coming together and really, trying to help and support as much as we can. Ladies, I want to thank you, Devorah. Thank you so much. I'm very happy that this was an opportunity. Again, I don't like to use this word because we don't want to look at all this, but it is an opportunity for us to meet and to do good together. And to, if you have like 45 people already that you're match made, and Devorah said that you had over 40 people on your list that are now going to be also connected in Michal's platform to be able to get potential job, maybe not the job, but at least the opportunity to get a job. That is amazing. Thank you so much, both of you, to join me today. I would love to hear, and I think everyone who is listening would love to hear how this initiative is growing, and of course, success stories of people that are finding jobs. But I think that this is really amazing, the work that you do. Thank you
Thank you
so much.
so much.
Thank you.
And for all our listeners, we will be back for another episode of the Jewish Women Entrepreneurs and Leaders podcast with other initiatives to help small business owners. So stay tuned for our next episode. Thank you, everyone, and stay safe.
Bye.
Bye.